Welcome to the Nerdiverse. Go ahead, sit and listen to the masters, the old heads, talk about what you love the most. Video games, comics, movies, and everything you need to maintain your week. Got the knowledge that's straight out the ether. Gonna need a drink and have to take a seat to expand your mind and listen to the speaker. Mike and the squad's gonna give you what you need. Please send in a question, come and get some answers, learn a couple lessons from the masters with the special guests. We got the green lanterns glowing on their chest. Yes, please sit back and relax, cause we gonna hit you with them stone cold facts. And allow me to be the very first to welcome you to the masters of the Nerdiverse. Welcome to Masters of the Nerdiverse, where we always have set sights to show you. You can always find this podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, and on the space station Cloverfield, where apparently anything can happen. You know, anything, just anything. In some alternate reality, Barney was like the medical officer. You can't say it didn't happen. Anywho,
I can't.
You can't. Neither can I. It's very frustrating. I'm, of course, your host, Mike G, and with me, as always, is my stupendous co-host,
Winter Sturtevant. Waka Waka.
Waka Waka. Don't get sturderized.
Waka Flocka.
Don't do Flocka. We've talked about this, man. Don't do Flocka, bro. It defeats you from the inside.
But it sounds so good.
It's like those Tide Pods. They look so delicious. I would try one if I was 10 years younger.
Well, you heard the news that there's like New York lawyers getting together.
Businessmen.
You need to make Tide Pods less looking like I can't remember what it was worded.
Less appealing. They said like less delicious.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
They'd be like,
that's the
my
problem,
head against the wall.
Right? Like that's what we need to do, and not tell kids to stop listening to memes. Memes are going to destroy this country way faster than bullets will. All right, Chihuahua, this is the world we live in, man. It's only going to get dumber. And speaking of dumb stuff, 7 days passed. A week was had. Did you have a week as well, sir?
I have had a week, and it continues.
The weeks continue. Never stops. What's going on, man?
Well, let's see here. I'm watching Altered Carbon.
Nice. So am I.
Or should I say, butts made out of carbon.
There's so much ass in that show, dude.
Yeah,
so much ass.
But I feel like that's just like type of like this type of sci-fi, because it's like it's very common to just have like emotional shower scenes in these type of sci-fi films. I don't know if I'm just typecasting here.
No, man, it's like, see, I wanted to talk about that too, so I can piggyback off that too. It's like, it's my first time seeing Full Frontal on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how far you've gotten.
No, I don't know what you're saying. Well, go on.
Yeah, it's super full frontal nudity in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Full frontal.
From the guy from The Following.
Yeah, he's ultra ripped for no reason. In from his wife,
I feel like that's
man.
CGI. That's got to be CGI.
Nah, that's all him, bro. He's ultra proud. That was his idea. He's like, we don't have to show your dick, dude. And they were like, he was like, how can we not show it? And then Joel Kinnaman was like, he has a point. And then they did it.
CGI of horses, you know what?
Nah, man, it's the future, man. Like Homegirl, her entire body is one giant pheromone. This show is so weird and dope. It's like an anime. I love it. I like it. I really like it. It's interesting. I'll put it like that. It's like, of course it has a lot of Blade Runner in it. It has a lot of existentialism, like Akira. Has a lot of Akira in it, like you know what I'm saying? And it also has some Aeon Flux. It has some very angular bodies kind of stuff. Very angular, you know, very Paul Bettany, you know, like, I can't describe it. It's weird, but, are you digging it so far? How far have you gotten?
Finally, what's the word? I got to the point where he realizes, or like virtual reality hacks the virtual reality. You know that episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at that point.
Okay.
I didn't want to spoil it too much. But.
I like this guy. I want him to do more stuff, man. He's not getting any good roles like Joel Kinnaman. He's very one note because this is the same character he played in Suicide Squad, and it's the same character he was in RoboCop, and I get that, right? But he has a clean look to him, and I think that he would be good in Marvel or DC other than being like a lame throwaway role. You know what I'm saying? I want him to be something a bit more of substance. Like he would be a cool, like, if anybody knows the Marvel hero Sentry, Sentry is like Marvel's answer to Superman, but he's psychotic and has like an evil Cthulhu side to him. Sentry is dope if you don't know. Look him up. He probably will pop up in Marvel at some point.
You need to stay away from Marvel. Don't corrupt this guy.
Marvel is not corruption. Marvel is absolution, my friend. You go to Marvel for cleanse. Look at Michael B. Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You go to Marvel for cleanse. You know what I'm saying?
You also go to Pinhead for pleasure. No, you go to Pinhead for pleasure. So
you go to Pinhead for a lot of things.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I watched that new Hellraiser that came out. That mess was super dumb.
So this is a new one besides the one they made, like, is this like last year they came out with this one?
They came out with this one this year, but there was one before this that was super lame because they've been experimenting with different dudes to be Pinhead because Doug Bradley's just super old and you can't do it no more. You know what I mean? The original Pinhead. Right. Which is way too old. So they've been experimenting with new dudes, and this is the latest version where it's kind of a new canon, but it's the same characters. It's weird.
I'm thinking of Hellraiser Revelations, the one that wasn't really meant to be a movie.
I don't know what that was meant to be.
That was a way for them to, like the company that owns the rights to Hellraiser to keep it.
Right.
Because they had to do something with the material. It was like in the contract that they had to make a movie with it.
Use it or lose it, right?
Yeah. And so that they make this garbage movie.
Whatever it takes, man. Like Fox is perfect with that. Fox is like, man, we don't want Marvel to get X-Men back, so we're just gonna make Apocalypse and put no effort into it and see what people think. It's super dumb, bro. It's kind of the worst.
So I gotta check out Judgment then. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it's if you're a Hellraiser guy like I am, it's a must watch, and not for any good reason. It's not good. It's just something different into the lore. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You watch anything else? You play anything? You experience anything outside of the Lament configuration?
More Call of Duty, but I'm just done with it. Yeah. I'm getting a little burnt out.
That's okay.
So I'm playing what I call nerd poker, which is Hearthstone.
I tried playing Hearthstone, man. I couldn't do it.
I love it.
Yeah. We all have our addictions. I'm gonna go into mine when I do my week, but man.
Yeah. Well, it's like they're having like a sweepstakes where if you complete all the daily quests, that's like each quest is a entry into this thing where you can win some money and get packs and all this other stuff. And I'm just a sucker for trading card games online. Like I love Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
But the problem with Magic is that it has turned into you have to spend like $100 or so.
See, so I'm not with that.
Really get good. Yeah,
I don't like the pay to play spin kind of stuff. It's not cool.
That's like unfortunate for like on like a real play or like you're playing face to face.
Yeah.
But Magic is slowly getting closer to Hearthstone as we speak. So I think it's going to be easier. But then Hearthstone still has a few things where you can get rare card. You could get a rare card. Yeah. But the problem is I don't think I've ever been beaten just by that. You have to know game mechanics to really get a good deck. So there's some strategy, which is why it's still popular, I think. Well, that's enough about Hearthstone.
And now for something completely different. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, yeah. I like when I first got my device, my Apple device, I downloaded Hearthstone and I played it for a little bit because I like Magic and I was just like, oh, I'll just give it a shot. And I can feel the addiction all over it. Like I can taste it. I was like, no, I don't want to get too deep into this, man. It's just, I'm scared. I backed away super fast. I didn't uninstall it immediately. I just wouldn't play as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I like to play it when I'm like watching lectures for college or like I'm doing other work. Just have it on my other screen, just slowly going on. That's my life.
Yeah, for real, man. Speaking of life, I finally watched the movie Life this week. You know the one I'm talking about?
No.
It's called Life. It was with Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal, and they're in a space station, and they found an organism on Mars, and things go horribly awry on the space station.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a few years old?
Yeah, it's like a couple of years old. It's like 1 or 2 years old. It's a pretty interesting little movie. Like pretty much what happens is they're mining for samples on Mars, and they find a microscopic organism that may have run the credits life on it, and they reactivate it, and the thing just starts growing exponentially to where the organism is as equal parts muscle as it is brain. So it's like if our entire bodies was a giant like muscle as well as a giant, thinking computer. And this thing is just rapidly learning and adapting and just wrecking and causing havoc. I don't want to go into spoilers, but it was a very interesting little sci-fi movie. And Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal really didn't have a lot to do in it, but because it's kind of crowded, literally, because it's kind of an ensemble film because there's no one on the space station but the astronauts. But I would definitely recommend watching it. You know what I'm saying? It's a really interesting little film. It kind of reminds me of not Alien, but it kind of reminds me of like maybe Species almost, minus all the weird sex. But kind of like the idea of we've took this from a grain of sand and now it's the size of a dog. Get hype. Don't touch it. Oh man. Still playing Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Fun. I'm old and my reflexes are dog shite. Can't say enough about Monster Hunter World. Oh my god, the game is so much fun. It's so much fun. It's just a lot of fun. It's just so much damn.
I don't know.
Man. Oh my goodness. I can gush about that game all day, but it's really just you run around, you fight monsters, you drink, cats feed you giant meals. It's amazing. Play the game. But what I really want to talk about is I watched the Cloverfield Paradox. I kind of alluded to that in the intro, and I don't want to go too deep into it because I plan on doing a movie review for it. Mm-hmm. But all I'll say about it right now is just the movie is as good as it is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's brilliantly bad.
Like, how is it that this is a J.J. Abrams film, and I've only heard about it last week? All of a sudden, it came out.
That's one thing I can talk about is the marketing campaign for this damn movie. So, one of my major films that I was looking forward to this year was The God Particle, which was what this film was originally called. And this is something that they've been planning on releasing this year alongside of Overlord, which is the other J.J. Abrams Cloverfield joint. This movie started to lose funding towards the end of its production cycle. And they were like, what are we going to do with it? And then murmurs started happening. Well, this may come out on Netflix instead, and they may just make Overlord the theatrical release. And then during the Super Bowl, the sports ball, they were like, yeah, this is going to be called instead the Cloverfield Paradox. And guess what? It's on Netflix. And guess what? It's coming on right after the game. This is all announced in one commercial.
Wow.
And everybody's like, what the hell? What? Are you serious? Like tonight you go on Netflix and it's all over there. You watch after the big game. And I was like, well, shit. I guess I gotta watch this now.
I just spent 4 hours watching the Super Bowl. I might spend another 2 hours.
2 hours watching this. Cause it's one of those movies I've been looking forward to all year. And I'm like, this is brilliant marketing. Cause that's where everybody went, right? Everybody who was interested went to watch this movie, and they did pretty big gangbusters. But I will leave my deeper thoughts onto it on the review. But And long story short, it is a tie it ties all the movies together, but it's a lazy tie. It's not a Navy SEAL Marine knot. It's a tie that you tie on your loaf of bread to put back into the cupboard. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Or it's a Jacob Ladders tie. This is all in the guy's mind.
It's Elizabeth Pena with her weird tail.
Yeah, or it's like they cut to like the ending of Lost, and I never saw the ending of Lost, so I don't know.
It's fine. About. It was super dumb. I don't want to talk about Lost right now. I do want to talk about the news. Mortal Kombat. Sorry. That's for everybody who loves Mortal Kombat. Speaking of Mortal Kombat, speaking of fighting games, I want to get this out the way. Okay. And I want to just rant real quick. So if you want to add, Winter, just please jump in because I'm going to go off for a little second. Please forgive me.
All right, here we go. Hot take.
So the lineup for this year's EVO tournament came out the other day, like yesterday or something like that. And for those who don't know, EVO is Evolution. It is the biggest fighting game tournament in the world. It's held every year at Las Vegas, and fighting game players from around the world go to Vegas to test their might, as it were, in games such as Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Marvel vs. Capcom, and Tekken fighting games, right? And the lineup for this year was 8 games. And one of the games that were missing, and one of the games that has been a major part of EVO since its creation, was Marvel vs. Capcom. And in this case, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Why isn't it there?
Exactly. When's Marvel, right? So we're going to get into that. Since I've started this podcast, I've had nothing but mixed feelings about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Because I love Marvel vs. Capcom. I've played it since I was a kid. I love the music. I love the game. I love the fighting system. Played 2 on Dreamcast. Played 3 on PS3. I love this. I love the series. That being said, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the recent release for the game on the PS4, Xbox One, whatever, is hot garbage. It's not good.
Oh.
Hot takes. The fighting engine is good. Don't get me wrong. The fighting engine is solid. It's actually what makes the game, but actually what makes all this sad is the fighting game is solid. The fighting system is solid, but everything around the game is garbage. Think of it like if your mom made this perfect cake and it's like really yellow and moist and it's delicious, but then your little cousin did all the frosting and put all types of bullshit on it, like red vines and ketchup and just whatever, just cover it completely in nonsense. And then you have to scoop around all that nonsense to get to the good game. A lot of people don't have that patience. I didn't buy it because I didn't like the practices behind it. You may say, Michael, well, give me some examples. Well, the graphics.
Michael, give me some examples.
Thank you, Winter. You're the best ever. I'm going to buy you a toffee. A Werther's original, as it were. The graphics were garbage. Not sugarcoating. The graphics were really bad. The character selection was bad. They left out the X-Men, which has totally upset a lot of people. And the UI was bad. The arcade mode was horrible. The online was iffy. It just rubbed everyone the wrong way. And this isn't the first time Capcom has done this with their fighting games. Because Street Fighter V had a very rough start, and so did Cross-Boring, or Cross-Tekken, for those who call it that. So, the reason I bring this up, because there's been a question in the FGC, is Marvel dead?
Why do you bring this up? Sorry.
Yeah, I know, right? No, it's just, is Marvel dead? Is this game DOA? In my humble opinion, no. Because, yes, it's in bad shape, and no, it does not deserve to be on the biggest stage, in the biggest tournament in the world right now. But what it is, it's kind of in a coma right now. No one's playing it. Dragon Ball Z Fighters is taking over the Earth. Everyone's playing that. But Marvel is kind of biding their time. They're waiting for this Fox deal to go through so they can just rightfully say, we have the X-Men, we have the Fantastic Four. They're waiting on a lot of stuff. They're waiting on shoes to drop. So, will I say Marvel is dead? No. But does it deserve to be at EVO? No. It just didn't make the cut. And we deserve better as consumers, and we deserve better as a community, as the FGC. And I'm not really into the FGC. I'm a basement king, as it were. but I respect the movement enough to say those guys deserve better. Spectators deserve better. So get it out. It doesn't deserve to be there. Let it be at a side tournament this year.
We deserve better, people.
We deserve
write your local
better.
Congressman, write your representative, and tell them that no more.
No more. And also a bit of fighting game news, really, really quick. The Ninja Turtles were shown for Injustice 2. They look super cool. I'm gonna play as Leonardo because he's my favorite. I'll fight you all day. Everybody can have their own turtles. Leo is mine. Don't touch him!
I like Franklin.
Franklin the turtle? Benjamin Franklin? Nah, man, he was an owl.
Oh.
With nunchucks. Okay. He had electronic nunchucks. No, I'm making that up. All right, let's get to the actual news.
Okay.
That was news. Shut up. Leave me alone.
Normally, news reporters leave their rants till the end.
You know what really grinds my gears? Nah.
Yeah.
I wanted to get it out because I'm very passionate about it. Honestly.
Who was that guy from 60 Minutes that would have their Andy Rooney, right?
Andy Rooney. That guy got super fired. Didn't he get super fired?
Multiple times.
Multiple times, dude.
Like, multiple times. They're like, I'm sorry for calling Japanese people a certain term. But
I'm
you know
sorry.
What, really?
Grinds my gears. They would say something, go into a deep racial diatribe and get fired again.
Right.
Oh, jeez. So this week, the Super Bowl happened. The game sports happened. And in that, a lot of trailers dropped for a lot of things that I'm interested in.
A ton of Netflix trailers.
A lot of Netflix, man. They're losing Marvel, so they got to balance it out. But what I wanted to talk about first was Hulu's Castle Rock trailer dropped. And Castle Rock, for those who don't know what that is the weird
I've heard that so many times.
It's like a weird amalgam of all Stephen King's works in a small, sleepy town. But it's not like... How would you describe Castle Rock? Because it's not... The things exist, but they don't, right? Like...
Well,
I'm sorry, I'm super confused.
They're using Casey Spacek, right?
Yeah,
she's playing Old Woman.
Yeah, is she playing? She's not playing. Damn it. They're all gonna laugh at you. Carrie. Yeah. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Why not? Like,
we don't know. I mean, is she?
That would blow my mind if it's like the end of the season. You just see her like kind of like flick a switch with her mind.
Bring a coffee cup to her hand.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know what to make of the show because it seems like a weird, like Shawshank Prison is there. I think that's the biggest obvious thing.
Yeah.
I think Carrie's, Sissy Spacek's there. All the actors are there. Skarsgård's there, but he's playing like a weird inmate. He's not playing Pennywise. He's not
I'm telling you.
Pennywise is cosmic. I don't know what they can do whatever they want, man.
It's gonna be if you've read the It books, it's like an alien, right?
Yeah.
It's like
it's a cosmic super god or something, right?
So take that into account. You have Skarsgård there playing a guy on death row, looks like. He's gonna die, and then the alien's gonna take his body. And then you have the...
Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord. So we'll see, man. I'm hyped because I just want to know what the hell it is. I want to see how they're going to approach it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are they going to mix all this stuff together and make it a cohesive story? Because after
they really have,
Because after like Jail's game, they really podcasting, ladies and gentlemen.
They really have to avoid the Stranger Things dilemma, which is like Stranger Things. They can sometimes do like an I Love the '80s type episode where it's like, look at this and look at that. Instead, they can't. Like Castle Rock should like slowly burn, like Penny Dreadful kind of like.
I can see
not
that.
really. Yeah, like maybe at the end of the season, that's when like you have like another, like you have like a Langolier just in the corner going, "Remember me?"
All I want is there to be like a port, and I want to see the Night Flyer. That's all I want. If the Night Flyer is there, I'm super down. Or if the giant graveyard shift rat bat is there, so I want either of those two things to appear in the show. I want the Night Flyer to be there. And you have to show the vampire, to show the plane, or the giant rat bat from Graveyard Shift. Got my money. Watch it every day. Just give me hope that it appears.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Speaking of weird appearances, the Han Solo trailer dropped this week. Did you see this, Winter?
I'm Han Solo.
You doing that weird dance? I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Yeah. Oh man, Red Letter Media knows what the fuck they're doing, dude. Those guys are brilliant. But the Han Solo dropped Yawn. Moving on, because just
whoa, yeah.
Yawn. You were excited for that, man?
Yeah, what? It's a Star Wars.
I'm sorry, but I'm starting to burn out, man. I'm sorry. I just saw The Last Jedi. I was exhausted defending that movie. Now I got to go see Solo, Han Solo, and defend this one as well. I'm just like, give us a break. Like, I was talking to a buddy about this earlier today. It's like, I hate to compare it, but you kind of have to. With Marvel movies, there's like 3 a year, right? And some people could be like, give me a break. But they're kind of different. Whereas Black Panther is not Ant-Man, which is not going to be Infinity War. There's different feels. But the Star Wars universe is the Star Wars universe. You know what I'm saying? It all has the same musical cues. It has the same vibe. It has the same aliens. It has the same atmosphere. It lives in the same space. They don't differentiate these movies enough to make them feel fresh. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Is Rogue One any different than The Force Awakens?
I would say with some of their music cues.
That's it. What else? No Jedi?
No Jedi.
No Jedi. Until the end where it's a Sith.
They go back there. They double down on the idea that anyone could use the Force.
No, that's the Last Jedi. You
have the blind Asian dude.
Oh yeah, Donnie Yen. That's Donnie Yen, man. That's Ip Man. Donnie Yen's a boss.
Well, I'm sorry if I don't know that, so I have to just say Asian dude.
That's not cool, man. Donnie Yen's he's a national treasure.
Right. Well, it's like that was huge. Like I remember reading articles about like Asian people losing their minds.
Yeah, because Donnie Yen, everyone got ultra hyped. Donnie Yen is in a Star Wars movie. That's sick, dude.
Meanwhile, we're here going, well, remember Billy D. Williams?
Billy D is awesome. Remember Billy D? Now he's played by Donald Glover, and he looks boss as hell. Got his Jawa mink on, dog. Yeah. You think Jawas have fur? I wonder what they look like under those tarps, dude.
And you are dissing this movie.
I'm not dissing it. I'm just saying the trailer looked very meh.
I do. Yeah.
Well, that's all I'm saying.
I don't know if that was hopefully I do agree that the trailer is bad because in some parts where it goes like, this is the movie you all been waiting for. Let me just show people's faces. Here's this one guy, and here's this other guy.
Here's somebody you don't know. Here's another person you don't know. You know who you do know? Han Solo.
Yeah.
What? Get out of here with that, man. Hey, isn't that Donald Glover? Yeah. Whatever, man. Oh, jeez.
I do, although there is room of there could still be some failure. It is Ron Howard directing it, so it could be an Andy Griffith show.
It's going to be Apollo 13.
Yeah, or Arrested Development.
I would love if it was Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Them just staring into the camera. It'd be like an episode of freaking The Office. Yeah. It'd be awesome. Yeah, man. Ugh. Speaking of being in a state of arrested development, they showed off the character designs for the new Rise of the Ninja Turtles cartoon, and the internet lost its shit. People were just so bad. People were so bad because the turtles look horrible, and it's the kind of thing where guys our age and people our age need to just get over it, you know, accept change, man. Just accept. This is not for you, man. It's not for you. Your idea of what something should be is not what they're marketing to nowadays, man. It's just, you gotta get over it, man. I saw that and laughed. I wasn't upset because I'm not gonna watch it. It's not for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's for children and it's for the youth, and that's what they're into. Let them rock with that, man. You know, it's like, it's not catered. These meals are not catered to your palate. You know, like, if people were just so, this is not my turtles. Well, no, it's not. You know why? Because it's theirs. It's their turtles. And when they get old, the turtles are going to look even worse. And there's not going to be their turtles anymore. It's just how life works, man. If you want the 80s cartoon, then watch that shit, dude. Like,
if you want the one where the turtles go into the future, watch
that one. Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Of course it's Turtles in Time.
Turtles in Time is one of my favorite games of all time, first of all. I love that game. On Super Nintendo, oh, man. Burned my shell at Wounded Knee. I know I said that wrong, but it's my game, man. But I
Burned my show at Wounded Knee.
At Wounded Knee. Oh, man. Big Apple, 3 a.m. Yeah, it's my joint, man. I remember that when I was a kid. But the Ninja Turtles the Ninja Turtles have been around since they've been around, and they've been in different iterations this entire time. So my turtles are not the same as somebody else's who only watched the movies. And then that's another generation where there's a kid out there whose turtles are the weird Michael Bay movies. You know what I mean? So it's like, which is horrible. I feel bad for that kid. But you can't get too mad about this stuff, man. Everybody just gotta relax, you know?
Yeah.
Just
calm down.
Calm it down a little bit. Stop being so upset. This is the design they chose. You understand, before they showed that picture, a lot of eyes looked at it. Graphic designers, art directors, CEOs, businessmen looked at it and okayed it.
Because they're all wrong.
And they're all wrong, right? They've all made horrible mistakes. Because they have such a disconnect from what fans want. But what they want to create is not always what we want. You know, that's the whole point I'm trying to make. Is like, these guys aren't making this content for nostalgia. They're making it for money.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And those projects that are made with love and nostalgia, like the Ninja Turtles and Injustice 2, those look straight out of the original movies. And it's awesome. It's a lovely love letter to the Turtles. Those are made for nostalgia. These guys are trying to sell toys and make money. So they're going to make the most colorful, weird, cartoonish, bass-ackwards looking things they can that kids are going to go, ooh, grab. Because that's the whole point, right? So see it for what it is and don't get mad about it. Because at the end of the day, you'll never not have what you've always loved. Just go watch it again. Or better yet, create it yourself. You know what I mean?
You go.
There you go. Man. Speaking of things that are being created, Conan the Barbarian series is happening on Amazon. Conan the Barbarian.
Are people asking for this?
Marvel is pushing Conan super hard right now. And Marvel owns the rights to Conan, I believe. Or some kind of weird right. Somehow, I think they own the rights to Conan the Barbarian. So Conan's coming back in the comics. He's coming back to Marvel Comics. And he's getting a show on Amazon? Like you said, who wants this? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's two different kinds of Conan. There's the cosmic, weird, like, sword has powers Conan that I love. And then there's the more grounded to earth, barbarian, pillager, in the lamentations of the women and all that. And I wonder how hardcore they're going to go with this Conan, because Conan can get kind of gruff, dude. Like, Conan's not for kids, you know? Conan's like some Game of Thrones shit, you know? So, like, if they show me a trailer and Conan's like ripping into like a deer neck and blood squirting out, and he's like fighting dudes with swords on boats, and people are getting their heads cut off, and it's super like bloody and raw, I'm down for that. What?
I'm down for that.
Let's do it. Let's rock and roll, man. But if it's like some weird bootleg Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones is ending, like quick sell, then you can miss me with it, man. I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? But I think somebody's pushing Conan super hard for 2018. And I wonder why. It makes me think that he's going to be in some kind of weird Marvel MCU movie down the road or something. I don't know. It's funky. It's funky business, my good sir. And the last little bit of news I have is that on October 26th, there may not be a podcast that week, or for the next 3 months after that. because Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out. And I'm going to be playing that a lot, guys. Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games ever. And it's coming out, the sequel. And I'm going to lose my mind and play it until someone comes and gets me. You know what I mean?
Right? They're adding multiplayer, right?
Yeah, they're adding like a weird PUBG version of it where it's going to be like a battle royale. It's going to be dumb. Because PUBG. Because Fortnite. Oh man, but Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to like defeat anyone else who try to makes a game in October or November or December. Because when Rockstar makes games, they just blow everybody out the water. Rockstar Games, right. They're one of the only companies that literally make movie money. You know what I mean? Like millions of copies sold. I mean, like Grand Theft Auto's still making money. The 2-year-old version is still making money. It blows my mind the longevity that this company has, and only put out a game maybe every 3-4 years, one game. But yet they're the top of they're the big dogs on campus, man. Bigger than Nintendo, bigger than Capcom. And it just blows my mind how they can just do that. You know what I mean? It's a trippy thought. And so, yes. So, around October, it's going to be Halloween for the Nerdiverse, and I'm going to be dressed like a cowboy. A lot. And it's going to be weird. And I'm going to make it weirder. It's going to be amazing. Oh, man.
Yeah. Gonna have to get my favorite Red Dead Redemption catchphrases. Ew, you stink!
Work, you dang nag!
Yeah.
That's what he would kick the horse in the ribs. It was super rough.
Yeah, or when you're playing his son, giddy up! Giddy
up! Yeah, his son was the
worst,
man. That was the worst part of the game.
Yeah!
Did you play Undead Nightmare?
I play a little bit of it. Like, I'm gonna go get help.
Man, I was obsessed with Undead Nightmare. I got all the horses of the apocalypse. I got the unicorn. That game is so much fun. Oh man. Any bit of news you want to add before we close out the news segment, Winter?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything that I've seen.
Man. This week was crazy, man.
Sea of Thieves next month.
Sea of Thieves next month. We got to play that, man. That game's gonna be fun. Shadow of the Colossus remaster came out this week. It's supposed to be the best remaster ever made. I can't play it because I'm still in Monster Hunter, and I don't want to overspread myself. So pick it up if you haven't played it. I'm gonna pick it up eventually. I'm just gonna wait till it's like $20, to be honest with you. But that came out. But yeah, good news, good business. So. We've reached the part of this Teenage Mutant Ninja podcast where we ask questions and we answer a couple of questions. And you may say, Mike G, I'm going to ask a question. How do I do so? And I'll say, you know what? You sit down and I'm going to, you cop a squat and I'm going to tell you how to ask a question. You send your questions to mastersofthenerdiversecast@gmail.com. You may say, Mike, I'm sorry. I've been chased by zombie cowboys with giant worms in their brains. I'll say, well, you should probably keep running, but at the same time, send an email to mastersofthenerdiversecast@gmail.com. Oh man, you ready to answer some questions, Winter?
I am ready.
Are you ready? Let's do it. If you could travel back in time, when and where would you go?
90s?
That'd be right. Actually, if I could go back in my body in the 90s, I would just live there. I'd just do that shit over. But that's funny.
Yeah, so I'm going back into time.
Yep. Can't go forward, only back.
Yeah, I probably would go back to be honest, I really don't want to go back at all.
I feel the same way. I'm gonna get to that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because it's like I have a computer in front of me. I could do that now. I could do that. I could watch History Channel. All right. Yeah. But maybe like I can picture like 50s.
That's cool. Kind of see what that vibe was.
Yeah, but I have to keep in mind the way I look, so maybe not.
Being African American and going back in time is not that great. So you have to pick and choose your battles. You know what I mean? Like being black. It's not really good to time travel while being black, man. But I have a time that I have picked out that I think will work out okay.
That could be like a storyline of a science fiction short story.
Why don't black guys time travel? Like, you know why.
Yep.
Like, idiot. It's not sweet, man. They're going to immediately take your belongings. Oh, man. Going back to time travel, I kind of want to go back to see the crucifixion of Christ. I want to just be a fly on the wall for that and see how it really went down. You know what I mean? Like, because it is a historical event. It happened, ladies and gentlemen. But I just want to see how it happened. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be in the cut, just kind of observing. I just want to. And then once they realize, like, I'm on a cell phone, then disappear before they catch me. You know what I mean?
Right.
They'd be like, what is that? And I just to push the button on my watch and come back here. You know, before they notice.
No. It could be like the emotional scene, like Christ is looking up to the sky. Wait, why have you forsaken me? And then you hear, bleep, 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 bleep. Like, oh, let me get that.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, 1 second. Hello?
He's a witch.
He's a witch. No, are you like Christ is being like crucified, and he's like, why have you forsaken me? But he catches eyes with you as you're playing Words with Friends. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I should be paying attention. You'd be like that
going
kid
on Snapchat.
Yeah. I don't want to go into this joke because this is super blasphemous. It kind of hurts my heart. I was just thinking about on the cross Christ selfies. Ugh, rough. Not good. No.
Yeah, why you gotta take it that?
I'm sorry, man. I push things to the next level. Next question.
Yes.
No more Christ selfies. What's the worst class you took? High school, college, elementary?
Oh, I got it. Boom. Okay. So I took a speech class for college, and it is by far one of the worst classes I've ever taken, due to the fact that the teacher, she was like ready to pop with pregnancy.
Oh,
and
wow.
she said, well, yeah, like I'm going to get, like, this is going to happen, and then a substitute's going to come, but then I'll come back later on in the semester. She never did. And then the substitute would talk about her, like, ex-husband cheating on her with a younger woman.
Oh, that's
and just
professional.
like, yeah. So it's like, all right, now you're gonna have to give a persuasive speech of why my ex-husband is an asshole.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah.
Jeez,
and I
Louise, man.
I had to, like, she threw out the textbook that we were using because she disagreed with it. Like, I didn't cheat it, so I'm not going to teach it.
Wow.
And then I went over to the dean to complain, and he's like, well, you're in a class that's like a lot of people want, so you should count your blessings that you have in that class.
Wow. Just learn what she's telling you to learn because you could not learn at all?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I'm like,
wow,
this is like, I have one more semester left. I'm not gonna
rock this boat. It just deal with it. I got you beat, my friend. I had a algebra class in high school where the teacher had an 89% fail rate of all her classes. And we started to think, maybe the kids aren't dumb. Maybe you're just a bad teacher. And the teacher said, no, these kids don't listen. They're idiots. And I didn't want to fail because I had a very high GPA and I didn't want to lose my GPA. So I buttered up to the teacher and became a TA and turned that F into an A. And I was like, I'm not having this. I'm not going to let this damage my GPA. And the teacher just yelled all the time, screamed, did not teach a damn thing. The kids were, unfortunately, she failed entire classes of kids throughout her tenure. No one learned math. No one. And they didn't fire her because she had like tenure or something. And, and the PTA was like, maybe it's not our kids. Maybe it's her. I'm like, no, that can't be. That's impossible. She's been teaching here for 20 years. Well, what's her fail rate over the last 20 years? We don't talk about that. You know what I mean? My mom was like, why are you failing math? And I was like, I'm not failing math. The teacher's failing teaching me. And she was like, well, you need to fix that. I was like, I got it. And then by next semester, I was a TA, and I just learned math somewhere else with another teacher. got the hell out of there. Because that was the worst class
that sounds
ever.
like a nightmare.
Nightmare, dude. It was like, everybody's like, we're not dumb, right? There's always those kids that don't pay attention and are actually stupid, unfortunately.
Right.
But the smart kids in the class, we came together like, we're not stupid, right? Like, why are we failing? Like, this doesn't make any damn sense. So we all made a plan, and I was the one that ended up getting out of the system. But, yeah, that was a badass class. Ugh, horrible experience. Oh, man. Last question. Is there a series that you enjoy the expanded universe more than the actual story? Like, for example, we talked about Star Wars earlier. Do you enjoy the expanded universe of Star Wars more than you enjoy the Star Wars movies, or something of that equivalent?
I kind of liked the book series for Star Wars. That was like, something Republic, or I can't remember.
Knights of the Old Republic, like the Old Republic, that kind of stuff.
No, this was like Luke Skywalker.
Oh, you're talking about the old stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And
like
I
the Jedi twins
it.
And stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, with General Thrawn and all that cool stuff. Back when that stuff was still canon before they erased it out of the epilogues. Oh, man.
It was just a dream. It was a Jacob's Ladder scenario.
It was a Jacob's Ladder scenario.
But expanded universe, I think I like. I don't know if they've made books of it, but I like the expanded universe. I like the idea of the universe of BioShock.
Yeah.
And also Dishonored.
Those are some good ones. I love the Dishonored universe. That's a good one.
Yeah. Like, I loved the expansion for the first one. The 2 expansion.
Right. That's some good stuff. Yeah. Like, I played a lot of Dishonored, and I just really dug like the actual universe and the tapestry of it, like, and the way they expanded on it and other stuff.
Right.
I mean,
personally think they should have made it like an open world type thing. I don't remember it being that open of a world. I mean, in the mission, it was you can do almost anything.
Right.
But it was just, yeah. It was still good. I digged it.
For sure. I dug it. If I had to pick one, it would be the Fallout universe. I love me some Fallout.
They just play The Wanderer 24/7.
Over and over.
Yeah.
Just play Johnny Goodtime. But yeah, like the part of the game that no one reads is like all the texts and all the like secret stories that are hidden behind like computers and behind like the way that certain things are set up, like certain skeletons are set up. Right. There's this YouTuber named Oxhorn, and I follow him on YouTube, and he sits down and breaks down like all of the lore of Fallout and retells it in a storyteller kind of way. And it's so fascinating. Like, he goes into the little things that you ignore as you're shooting through a building or clearing it of ghouls. It explains why the ghouls are there. Like, who were they before the bombs dropped? There was a heist that was going on that you never knew about. The secrets of the Dunwich Horror Building. You know what I mean? Like, it's the coolest stuff. It's like so layered. And if you blink or don't pay attention to it, you'll miss it outside of the main story. And it's really fascinating, and like how far that could go, because we don't even know what happened in the rest of the world. You know what I mean? So I just think that whole expanded universe idea of what is China like? What is Russia like? What is Japan like? What is Canada like, for that matter? We don't know, right? So I like the whole idea of the Fallout expanded universe and the different they can make Fallout games forever, honestly. Like, just pick a spot. You know what I mean? And I'm still
California.
Oh man, I'm waiting for New Vegas too. I want to be a California version of Fallout. I would love it. Just put it into my veins. Stuff it
would be like they'd be in like zoot suits.
No man, they'll be going down like Sunset Boulevard, and Popeyes will be there. It'll be sick, and Pioneers.
It's another Zoot riot.
The Zoot riots.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then that's when you have that song by this band. I really don't want to say their name. Zoot Suit Riot.
Oh man,
did you ever hear that song?
Yeah, I know Zoot Suit Riot. Yeah, it kind of sounds like Crossfire. This is one show, I forget what it was, but it was a movie in the future. It's kind of like Running Man, and they were talking about the Vagrant Wars. And I'm like the Vagrant Wars was like all the downtown LA homeless just started rioting in the streets, and no one could stop them because they had nothing to lose, and it just causing mad damage to downtown LA. Like this bit of fiction. I always think that as a visual is just insane because it could happen.
Yeah. Or it has happened.
It happens every day. We just don't notice it. Yeah. I love you, LA. You're my hometown. You're the business. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
You go a little crazy sometimes, LA.
But that's okay. That's all right.
Everyone outside of LA thinks that you're close to a DMZ zone.
No, there's only certain parts of LA that is demilitarized. We don't go there, but they have the best food there. You want some really good elote there, you go to a demilitarized zone.
Like, I got stabbed a couple of times, but
man, this burrito though?
Right.
Bruh, this burrito though? Dude, you get the wings? I got the wings, but I also got, like, my collarbone broken. But the wings though? Jeez, bruh. Like, I'll take a stabbing for a bomb burger, bruh. All day.
Right. It's just years of, like, cop shows set in LA that have, like, made people think that you want to roll your windows up while going
LA is fine, dude. Like, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like, LA is not. It's just don't be an idiot. You know, it's like any town. Just don't be an idiot, man.
Right.
You'll be fine.
Don't go. I dropped my wallet with hundreds of dollar bills.
Man, if you dropped your wallet like at Santa Monica, everyone's just gonna stare at you like you're an idiot. No one's gonna just pounce for your wallet or pull a switchblade on. They don't care, dude. They're too busy in their phones. I don't give a damn.
They're more concerned that it's made out of animal products.
Yeah, man. They're more concerned that it's actually made out of cheetah skin or something stupid. Then you'll get nasty looks. No one's going to give you a hard time. LA's fine. Only thing you have to worry about is traffic and spending too much at a food truck, man. Other than that, you're straight, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speaking of
which.
This
has been LA Talk.
The LA cast. Gotta love it. What are you looking forward to this week, man?
I'm looking forward to 2 more days of work, and then it's my usual 3-day weekend.
Working for
finishing Altered Carbon.
Yeah,
finishing The Shield.
Yeah,
The Shield is what's probably influencing all my thoughts of LA.
don't let that show freak you out, man.
Yeah. I can't really spend money this weekend due to I'm going to get my car looked at a mechanic's shop.
You and me both, man. That's Friday. I got to take my baby to the mechanic.
How much are they charging you for an hour?
They don't charge me for an hour. I have a really, really cool mechanic. I have the best mechanic in the world, dude. Like, I drop it off in the morning. He fixes it. He gives me a price. Price is too big. We talk about pricing. We get to a nice price. I pay him. I drive my car out. We don't pay for the hour. He's super chill. I love it. I would never trade my mechanic for the world, man.
Yeah. Well, it's like I've had like people who work on cars work on my truck at their house, and I'm just sick of it now. Where it's like
I want a professional feel, man.
Yeah, like I'm okay with spending the $90 an hour right now.
Just don't go to the dealership, bro. Just don't.
Oh, there's no way they would even look at this truck. This is a '97 Dodge Dakota, and it looks like I'm coming out of the hillbillies.
Nice. You got that Hills of Ice truck, dude? The Hills of Ice?
Yeah, where it's like you can see like the weather stripping, like it's been just shot to death, so it like sticks out when you close the door.
I'm not mad at you. Yeah. I gotta knock on wood, my little baby has seen better days, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Just handle you got this, man.
Car is a car until I get a Tesla.
Until you get that Tesla, you can take pictures from orbit,
right,
while listening to David Bowie and shit.
This is ground control.
The Major Tom. Anyway, I love David Bowie. Definitely got to finish Altered Carbon. That mess is dope as hell. Got to record another episode. I got to record another review, which will be coming out probably over the weekend. Got to play some more Monster Hunter. Find me on there. I Ironic Champ on PSN. Holla at your boy. Let's run some Anjanath runs. Get that set going. Still got to be an old man on DBZ Fighters, so let's keep frustrating myself with that. And that's about it. Just life stuff, man. Like you said, I can't spend that much money this time around, so I'm gonna keep it real cool. You know, grocery shop, maybe buy a comic book or two. Keep it light, you know, light and tight, man. For sure. Any passing thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
May your motor oil always be black, and your
you got this. Keep
spark
going.
plugs be ever greasy.
One shall rise and one shall fall. To quote the masked Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Jeez, he's the best. Optimus Prime will fight you without thought because he's a damn robot. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll fight him with thought. I'll have all these thoughts on
I have
my
all
side.
these robotic thoughts. Just throw them
I went a different route.
I would throw them all at Optimus. He would not be able to withstand my thought onslaught. The thought slot. Oh, the thought is
I'm just obsessed with people using the term thought.
Yeah, man.
THOT.
Yeah, man. You know what the acronym? I'm not going to say the acronym on this podcast, but learn what the acronym is for thought. It will make you laugh more.
I know.
All right, for sure. And on that note, you can always find this non-thought of a podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. If you really want to do this podcast a very big service, if you like what you're listening to, you want to listen to more, please leave a comment. Please leave a rating on iTunes, on iHeartRadio. Let us know what you feel. Let us know what you're thinking about. We'll love to hear from you, and we will implement your ideas on the podcast if so applicable. As always, I'm your host, Mike G.
And I'm Winter Sturdivant.
And I will always ask you to take that one step beyond.